Is everyone ready? Okay. To everyone tonight, thank you so much for being here. This is a very tragic thing for the men and women of the Sheriff's Department, for the Tulare County Sheriff's Office. I have just left the families of two of our officers that we can confirm tonight were killed in the plane crash this evening. At about 4 o'clock this afternoon, a little after 4 o'clock this afternoon, we began receiving information from concerned citizens in reference to an airplane which had obviously crashed. There was smoke billowing from the crash site. Our Sheriff's Office personnel knew that our airplane was in that area, assisting officers in the arrest of a brandishing of a weapon suspect in the area. That arrest had taken place and the airplane was actually leaving the area. Tragically, again, the plane, for unknown reasons at this time, crashed into the side of a mountain. Deputy Scott Ballantyne, age 52 years of age, as well as our civilian full-time pilot, James Chavez, age 45, were killed as a result of this accident. I have just left the families, both the mother of Scott Ballantyne as well as James Chavez's wife. As you can imagine, this is a very shocking and upsetting time for them. Our hearts go out to the families, as they are the family of the Sheriff's Office, and we consider them close friends. We ask that the community say prayers for the officers and their families, as this is a very, very difficult time for us. The FAA will be in the morning coming out and investigating the scene of the accident. And again, at this point, we have very preliminary information as to the potential causes behind that, but far too early to even begin to speculate. So again, at this time, I have received phone calls from the Attorney General, Kamala Harris, expressing her concern and sympathies for us, as well as multiple community leaders and police chiefs, not only throughout our county, which I am incredibly appreciative to, but as well as outlining agencies as Fresno's Sheriff Margaret Mims and Kings County Sheriff Dave Robinson has telephoned and expressed their concern and sympathies and providing any support that they could possibly provide. Our community is a strong one, and we will come through this, and our department is strong, and we will come through this. However, we just ask that the community rally around us as an office, and that our men and women rally around each other as we come through this difficult time. I will have very, very limited information as to potential questions that you have, but at this time I would take questions if you have any.
Can you tell us about the two people, the civilian pilot, how long has he been flying, or have he been flying with the deputy? How long was he with you?
I can say that both of them love to fly. Chavez actually is a veteran pilot. He was in the California Army Reserve National Guard, and he was a Black Hawk pilot, very experienced Black Hawk pilot. He was hired by us in 2014 and was just so happy to be working for the Sheriff's Office and flying this plane. That's why this is just such a difficult thing to understand, because he was a fantastic pilot. Lots of experience, lots of years of experience, and he was very well respected within his field. Deputy Ballantyne I've known personally for many years, as many as our command staff and people within our department. We're a very close department. He just started becoming a full-time observer in the plane about a year ago, year and a half ago. But he's been with our department for many, many years. He was hired back in 1989. He's local here to Visalia. James lives in the city of Hanford.
Can you tell us a little bit about what the operation was again that they were conducting?
They were assisting officers who were tracking down a suspect wanted for brandishing a firearm As I understand, they in fact arrested that subject, and the detail was over and the plane was leaving the area. The plane was located on the side of a mountain along Highway 190 and Pleasant Oak in the Springville area, just to the east of the Eagle Feather Market, up in that area, gas station in that area.
What type of plane was it?
As to the specifics and details of the plane, I'm actually going to refer that over to our aero coordinator, which is one of our retired captains who now oversees that, and he can give you some very specifics as to the type of plane and any questions you'd have to the specifics of that. So this is retired Captain Dave Williams. Dave, if you could answer that for me.
Sure. The aircraft was a Flight Design is the manufacturer, and the model number is the CTLS. It is a light sport aircraft. It is two-seater. It's a composite construction, and this aircraft was selected by the Sheriff's Department because of its reliability, its history, and its a very economical airframe as well. It had quite a number of safety features, and it's manufactured. The headquarters is out of Connecticut, and we took delivery of it in August of 2011, and we had a little over 3,000 hours of flight time on it without any problems at all.
Would you mind saying his first or last name, please?
It's David Williams, W-I-L-L-I-A-M-S.
And what's your title?
I am a reserve sergeant, retired captain, and I'm a reserve sergeant right now for the Sheriff's Department, and I oversee the aviation unit.
Thank you.
Can you describe a little bit of what the day of that aircraft was today? Did it leave early? Was it on any of the machines? And where did it take off from?
Typically, the airplane leaves the Visalia Airport. We have the airplane up 5 to 6 days a week. It was up on regular patrol for today's mission. However, it gets called upon many times by the officers in the field, as what happened today. They called it in, and it helped in keeping good advantage and eyesight on what was happening, and completed the mission and was leaving back into the valley floor for its regular patrol duties.
Was there any distress signal?
There was not. I can say it was very quick. This happened very, very quickly. Again, far too early to speculate as to the reason and cause behind it. The aircraft does, in fact, is outfitted with a parachute as one of the safety measures for this type of aircraft. It happened so quickly, there was no distress call, mayday, or the deployment of that safety device.
Can you spell the name for the individual?
We'll provide that for you. We'll make sure that we have a sheet that you have the spelling of the names and information on these two. Again, if there's no other questions, we would just ask that the prayers of the community go out to the families of those who are lost. As you can imagine, I just left James's wife as well as Scott's mom, and it's a sad time for all. So thank you very much for coming and hearing the story on our plane, but most importantly that we pay tribute to the officers that were working hard out there making our community safe. Okay, thank you for being here.